Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be guiding you through some of the new features that we've added to our Phoretix Colony Counter software as we move away from it being just an automated colony counter piece of software and into a microbiologist toolkit full of loads of different modules that if you're doing work with microorganisms, you're going to find really useful. So today I'm going to be covering the cross-streak assay, or the cross-streak diffusion assay as you may have heard it called. And if you're doing work in this field, this is an image you'll kind of instantly recognize as being something similar to your own. So we've got A, B, C, a couple of different microbes, microorganisms, and they've been streaked across each other. And the idea is we want to see if they kind of interfere with each other. I'm not going to go too deep into the science on this because if you're watching this video, if you're looking at these kind of images, you probably have a better handle on it than I do. But you already know all of this. You already know all the science, you've performed the experiment, and now you want to analyze your results. And quantitatively do that with accurate measurements, hence the software. So to use the new cross-streak assay analysis mode within Phoretix, we obviously load up our image. So this is just a demo image that I managed to grab off the internet. It's not the best quality, so the results are not going to be the most accurate. The software is going to struggle a little bit getting good quant information from an image of this low quality, but it's an example. I'm sure your images that you can use a free trial of our software on are much higher quality and will perform even better. That being said, we can still come down to the streak mode, and it's a left click and drag across our streaks, and the software will automatically detect these boundaries where we want these boundaries to be between our different streaks. So we can use these and we can change the sensitivity of this detection to work out where we want our boundaries to be within our image, and we can measure those. So you can see on the right hand side here, this image, it doesn't have any kind of metadata in it to convert pixels or DPI into centimeters or millimeters or anything like that. So we just get our representative values as pixels. Now, this works if you're just doing a comparison within a plate. So you can say, right, well, my straight A of my microbe has been more inhibited by my streak than strain B, for example. So we can make those kind of claims based on this data, or we can, if we wanted to work in centimeters, we can do it in centimeters as well, of course. So I'm not getting any detection on strain 3. It's because this, it's because this is very faint compared to the rest of the streaks that I've got. But that's basically it. So this is how we can measure our inhibition factor of our different microbes against each other versus each other. You can see here within my results, I've got the idea that this is a 20% inhibition, and for streak 2 we're showing 5% inhibition. And we can rename these as well, so we can give them microbe A, microbe B, etc. So we can name them as well for our results export. We can see our graph down here, which kind of shows our different microbes, and this is actually the profile of the lane as we run through it, of the streak, sorry. We're not doing 1D at the moment. So we can see how our values change, and this is our big streak in the middle. So this is where we're getting our measurements from. We're measuring either side of the streak. And if you did want to add comments or annotations directly on the image, we of course support that by holding Control and click, just like we do in Phoretix Colony Counter at the moment, and all of our other Phoretix line of image analysis software. I think that's basically it. I'm excited for you to get your hands on it, to see how it works in the lab, and for you to give us any feedback as to what additional tools you require in this mode that we'd be happy to add in to make your life a lot easier as a microbiologist, as a life scientist working with microbes and performing these cross-streak assays, these cross-streak diffusion assays, or if you know them as that. So yeah, please feel free to grab a free trial from our website, try it out on your own images, give us feedback and see what you think about this new mode that we've added to our Phoretix Colony Counter software.